All right, welcome back. So we got a special treat for you today inside that box. And also, Waddy's always a special treat, and Liza's always willing to take a nap. But anyway, so today, special, pretty cool. It's just one of those rare finds sometimes you get on eBay, right? That you can't find anywhere else. And that's one thing that's pretty unique about eBay, the variety of things you can get. So let's do things that we normally do. A watch check first. This is the Bolova Accutron with a Valjean movement. It's just a really cool kind of a brownish, almost salmon colored dial on there. So really nice watch. And before we get to the boots, I'm going to show you. I'm wearing these Hanson Exotics. Guy out of California makes some really nice custom boots. These are alligator. It's kind of a lighter. You see in that it's a lighter brown. It's actually lighter than the camera kind of showing there. Alligator belly, of course. And we'll get a cigar to light up too. We'll run over to the Euro Cave here, and actually I think I pulled one out already. This Casa Fuente. We'll kind of review this as we go, but Casa Fuente's, of course, made by Arturo Fuente, the J.C. Newman, who distributes those. The Casa Fuente is kind of just the House of Fuente. It's a real special cigar and a great cigar. So as we get that lit up here, let's take a look at these special Lucchese boots. Now, these are I don't know how many they've been made, but you can see the JK designation on the boot, Turquoise Bayou. JK is for Jay Kos, and hope I'm pronouncing his last name right, but out in New York. I didn't know anything about him until I inquired about these boots, and he was really nice. Responded right away on the eBay Messenger, and he was telling me about it because I said, I've never seen these boots. Can you give me a model number? And he, told me that these are his collaboration, his boots really with Lucchese, and sure enough, on the tags, there they were. So let me put the camera over here, and we'll kind of pull them out. And then we're going to put them on, and we'll exchange the boots with the ones I got on. So I think we got the camera positioned, and we'll put the cigar over there. So these do come in the nice Lucchese boot bags, but that's a bare minimum for what you've got here. These are just an incredible boot. I've never seen anything like them. Turquoise of the Gator. I hope the camera is showing. I mean, that is just phenomenal. You got Ostrich, full Ostrich going up the side, and then you got the Jay Kos emblem there. Back again, blue tint through the gator skin. The gator looks incredible, bias cut. And inside, so this one, you can kind of see here if I pull that out. The Jay Kos emblem in there, but they are Lucchese handmade, classics. The stitching around the edge, I mean, literally I've never seen, and the heel, it's a short heel. It's a different heel. I mean, even the bottom. All right, of course, you got your Lucchese classics, but if you look, it's a real thin heel up front. The toe is very unique. Not quite curved, not quite square. Kind of goes down in an angle. Very unique. Just really never seen anything like them. So when I saw them on eBay, I inquired, And then I kind of looked up some information about him, and really cool guy, beautiful design, you know, stuff that's likely way out of my price range, but luckily he was kind of liquidating some of the Lucchese's. But here's the left boot. Again, the toe, look at that. Just how that, Liza's kind of interfering here, but just how that blue turquoise goes up the gator. And I even got the Lucchese tag. And super nice guy. I asked him if he would sign them. He did. You can see that in there. So very, very cool. So let's try them on. Let's see the difference here. You can see how they look. Waddy, you're helping out. So I'm gonna pop off the Hanson Exotics. It's always nice to have a boot tree. Saves a lot of pulling on your back. So here we go. You know, these are almost so nice. I don't even want to wear them, but they're too nice. I have to. No, they're 10 and a half, and thank goodness I wear between 10 and 10 and a half. And thank goodness, yeah, 10 and a half, because they fit like a glove. I mean, if they were 10, they were going to be too small. So, thankfully, I got the right ones. What an amazing boot. Jeez, look at that. Just phenomenal. Alright, so now that we're on, we'll kind of show them. Waddy's going to check them out. Of course, it's a brown leather there, so it's kind of a little bit of a contrast, but again, the unbelievable contrast with the turquoise. So on the ground, look at how that gator just shines, and then that turquoise just brings it out incredibly. And these boots, just phenomenal. So, all right. Well, if you suffered through it, you're not a boot person. You may have turned off already, but if you're hanging around, let's review that cigar. Let's take a look at that Casa Fuente. All right, so we've got our cigar here. Take a look at it again. The lighting's not great there. So one of the things I do like to do is check the humidity level of it. All right, so we get this cool little humidity tester. Now, I had this in the humidor, and the humidor says it's right around 69. So this little guy here, the humidity meter, will tell me how my humidor is doing and what I'm keeping the cigars at. And it kind of depends on where. So right there, nice. We'll start at 71, 65. It does drop, you know, as soon as you take it out of the humidor. Really, some of that humidity level starts to decline, but pretty good. It's hovering around 67, and that's good. That's kept it nice. Little undercrown lighter or cutter that I got from Cousin Cigar. An event going on there, so let's cut this baby. Oop. And let's get her fired up here. It's not toast it too much where we're frying the sides. Want to keep the lighter far enough back, and you want to give it some time to fire up on its own. And then should be ready to go. And it is. So, hang out here with the Jay Kos Lucchese boots. So the Casa Fuente has a little bit of a sweetness to it. Not quite like Hemingway. Hemingway's cigars have much more of a sweetness, but just a little bit. It's really great flavor. More flavorful, I would say, than a Hemingway. The wrapper's darker. Definitely a dark shade of Maduro, close to black. It almost reminds me of the Black Diamond. In fact, the new Black Diamond, which is a little bit of a lighter wrapper than the original Black Diamond, which was like black, is pretty close to this. You wonder if they use the same wrapper. I don't know. I guess I could find out. But very pleasant smoke. Good. Just really a nice flavor to it. Good draw, although there's like a piece here as I cut it. And just a tad bit of air was getting through as I drew. So then I cut it. Cut just hopefully that air slot is close to the front, because you know with a cigar you want a nice, you don't like a hard draw. For sure, but you don't want to draw that you're just sucking air either, so I don't think I quite got it. So maybe a little ding on construction here, because it is a little uneven. I kind of see, whatever reason, of the shape of that there. I think it's letting some air in. I guess we can move to the more serious cutter. I don't like to cut off a lot from smoking. You just need a little bit. But this one, I guess, we'll make an exception. We'll pop the whole cap. You see the cap. And, all right. I think we got her. Yeah, you can see much more smoke coming out. So, one of the best Fuentes you can get. I think Casa Fuente, my understanding, you can only get them in a few places. Vegas is one. And a few of the select cigar shops will have some limited supply. So I highly recommend, if you see it, pick it up. Not a lot of spice to it, which is good. I don't like spicy cigars, but it's a strong cigar. Got nice flavor. The burn looks like it's burning pretty evenly now. The draw is much better where I cut where there's a little imperfection. And yeah, really good smoke. Now, one that I thought about reviewing, although I smoked them already, so I need to get another one to do it, is the Black Diamond that I was talking about, the newer Black Diamond. That really is like a top 10 cigar. That's like just a phenomenal cigar. This reminds me of it. It's not quite as good as that, in my opinion. course, this is all opinion. So, anyway, I hope you like the review of the Lucchese, the Jay Kos. I really didn't realize that Lucchese did collaborations. You know, Lucchese's kind of the premier boot maker, right? There are some boutique boot makers that are great, and you know, JB Hill, I guess I would consider somewhat boutique. But you know, if you want sort of the Cadillac of boots, I would say it's Lucchese. The Ferrari boots, maybe something like a JB Hill, and some of the others. But Lucchese is like the go-to for high-end production boots. Of course, you can get some of their lesser lines that aren't made in the States, but you know, if you go to their classics or their typically the ones made in Texas, they're really, really amazing boots. But I didn't realize they did collaborations, and it's pretty rare, I guess. But these are just phenomenal. They fit perfect. I love the bias skin of the gator, but again, to have that turquoise in, I've always loved sort of the contrast of scales of alligator, and to fill it in with this turquoise that matches that beautiful blue turquoise ostrich shaft is just phenomenal. Someday I hope to meet Jay Kos. He's really to have the mind to design this is just really cool. So, never been to New York City. Maybe someday I'll go. All right. Well, hope you enjoyed the video. The Casa Fuente is progressing along phenomenally. Highly recommended. Have a good one. All right, Liza. You're the only one left.